Customer Relationship Professionals, or CRPs, are some of the most important employees in any company. In many cases, they have more contact with customers than salespeople. Because they have more customer contact, they are in a great position to identify opportunities, solve problems, provide information, and gain commitments that will create strong relationships, customer satisfaction, and ultimately, customer loyalty. As Jack and I explained in the last module, properly managed CRP customer conversations lead to commitments, satisfaction, and loyalty. And when action selling CRP is done well, it creates higher profits for the company. CRPs are in a perfect position to accomplish these goals. In Act 2 of Action Selling CRP, we explore how to properly apply and leverage our people skills. Earlier, we discussed the importance of the 5 customer decisions. The first decision is the person, and you can see from the graphic the relative importance Action Selling CRP has placed on this decision. Have you ever had a customer say to you, "I'm not going to continue to work with your company because I just don't like you"? Of course not. But at the same time, we realize that this situation could exist. Among other reasons, the customer may prefer to work with a competitor because they like certain things about the CRP from the competitor's company. In addition, we found that you can't ask for a commitment that is greater than the size of the relationship you have developed with your customer. If your commitment objective is for a 10-minute meeting, you need to have a relationship that is at least that size. If you are after a $5,000 commitment to purchase an upgrade, you need a $5,000 relationship. Top CRPs realize you need to use Act 2 in every customer conversation to help you continually increase the size of the customer relationship. When the customer is not convinced the CRP has their best interests, other decisions such as price become much more significant for the customer. In Act 2, you leverage your people skills to help present yourself in a positive manner. Let's take a look at a customer situation when this is not done very well. When poor people skills are demonstrated, a customer may seem to be resisting the solution. What they really don't like is the CRP.
Good morning, Mr. Johnson. I'm Bill Early from Warm Body Temps. They said you called in because you needed a temporary worker today, so I stopped by to set that up.
Well, I need someone tomorrow.
Great. I think we can get someone out here early afternoon.
No, but I'm not going to have work for them ready until tomorrow.
Well, we really pride ourselves on getting the best people when you need them. That's why more customers in this town use Warm Body Temps than any other service. Gee, I noticed that tennis trophy there. Is that yours?
Oh, yes, yeah. I'm rather proud of that.
Yeah. I'm surprised so many people like tennis. I'm a golfer myself. Won 5 tournaments last year. Not bad, huh? You ever play golf?
Not much. I haven't played in years.
Great. We'll have to get out to my club this summer. Anywho, like I was saying, the temporary worker we'll send over will be one of our top people. The reason so many people use Warm Body Temps is that we supply the best people.
Yeah, you said that.
Did I? Well, my customers will tell you the same thing. I have over 20 accounts and they wouldn't work with anyone else. Hey, let me show you something, huh? Here is a picture of our training facility. We run all of our clerical people through here and test them on everything. Impressive, isn't it?
It's okay.
Yeah, I knew you'd be impressed. Everyone is. Oh, here's a shot of our reception area. This is where the warm bodies wait to be called for work.
Looks like everybody's asleep.
I think they just blinked when the flash went off. By the way, do you have any questions?
Well, what do you charge per hour?
How much you want to pay? Just kidding. Actually, we have an hourly rate based on a minimum number of hours. How many hours will you need this person?
I don't know. I think I could personally get the job done in about 4 hours.
Well, then they should be finished by 4:30 today.
No, I won't be ready for them until tomorrow.
Well, why didn't you say so? That would be just dandy. All you have to do is sign here, and I can arrange for someone to come out. You care if it's a male or female employee?
Aren't you going to ask me what kind of work I want them to do?
Didn't I? I guess they told me back at the office that you needed some sort of accountant person or something.
No, not at all. I need someone to make phone calls to update our in-house customer and prospect lists. That's all.
Hey, no problemo. I got where I am today by taking care of my customers.
You know, I'm going to think about it. I'll decide tomorrow if I want you to send someone.
Think about it. What's the problem?
Oh, no problem. I just want to think about it.
Well, if you're thinking of going with another company, you're making a big mistake. I've talked to people who've used temps from other services, and they are always disappointed. I'll give you a call in the morning.
No, I'll tell you what. Don't call me. I'll call you.
Okay, this example is a little extreme, but the point is that CRPs have to recognize that the resistance many customers show is often not resistance to the solution, but resistance to the person. Customers will often stall or raise objections to cover up the lack of a good customer relationship. I'm sure you have heard various measures about the value of the first few minutes or seconds of a customer conversation. First impressions are very important, and if they are bad, they are very difficult to overcome. Lasting impressions are critical as well. If they aren't positive, gaining any level of commitment from the customer will be a difficult challenge. There has been a lot of research done concerning the people skills involved in servicing customers. One of the principles of customer communications that has emerged is that customers are making decisions about you, your company, and its product or service solutions every time you interact with them. These decisions are first made based on emotion and then justified with logic or reason. This is significant in Act 2 because the first decision the customer makes is about the person with whom they are working. And the customer is likely to make an emotional decision about the person very early in the interaction. Emotional decisions include such things as I like, I trust, I'm comfortable with, and other feelings customers will have about the person. Another principle of customer communications, which ties into Act 2, is the fact that customers are more easily influenced by people they like. Is it important to be well liked? You bet it is, unless you have a completely distinctive solution or monopoly in your industry. So how can we be liked? The answer is quite simple. Customers look for the same qualities in CRPs as they would in personal friendships. These qualities include trustworthiness, politeness, kindness, friendliness, cheerfulness, positivity, helpfulness, honesty, sincerity, empathy, and other positive characteristics. During Act 2, we want to be the nice, friendly person, the same kind of person you would like to have as a friend. If we are perceived this way, we will be in a far better position to influence our customers' decisions about our company and solution. We must be totally people-centered, not solution-centered during Act 2. The people skills that you demonstrate in Act 2 will leverage your company and solution capabilities in Act 5 and 6 when you begin to discuss your company and solution. There are several ways that we can practice and improve our people skills. Let's take a look at 6 areas that are important in the development of good people skills. Number 1, positive attitude. Do you always demonstrate a positive attitude? Are you always cheerful and friendly? Do you smile often, even when you're on the phone? Think of other ways you can show your positive attitude. Number 2, compliment. Do you pay your customers sincere compliments? How about the people who work for your customer? Number 3, names. Are you skillful at remembering and calling people by their names? If not, what are you doing to get better at it? Number 4, be customer-centered. Do you look for opportunities to make your customer feel important? How about the people around the customer? Remember, they all work together and could very well talk about you after your conversation with them. Make sure you establish a good relationship with every employee you come in contact with in your customer's business. Number 5, interest. How do you show interest in your customer? Do you talk in terms of their interest? Do you ever one-up your customer? Are you sincere about your interest in them? And number 6, listen. How good are you at listening? Do you concentrate and listen completely? Do you ever interrupt? You can't be empathetic to the customer's situation unless you listen. How are you getting better at listening? Top-performing CRPs are tops at listening. A key skill in becoming a good listener is the use of what's called the open-ended question. This type of question cannot be answered with a simple yes or no. On the other hand, closed-ended questions are yes and no type questions. During Act 2, leverage your people skills, and also in Act 3, asking the best questions, we want to use mostly open-ended questions. Because they require a more lengthy answer, they get your customer talking, which helps you become a better listener. Open-ended questions usually begin with one of 6 words: who, what, where, when, why, or how. The best are what, why, and how because they require the most lengthy explanations from the customer. Other open-ended questions begin with phrases like, tell me about, please explain to me, exactly what do you mean by, define for me. During Act 2, the customer is making a decision about us as a customer relationship professional for our company. Open-ended questions help us be perceived in a positive way for several reasons. The #1 rule in communication is that people prefer talking to listening. Open-ended questions give them what they prefer. And 2, customers have a preference for CRPs who are interested. Open-ended questions help you demonstrate interest by making you a great listener. Let's take a look at the use of some open-ended questions that can help you gain a positive customer decision about yourself during Act 2.
What would you say are the best opportunities your company is facing right now? Before you were involved here, what did you do?
What do you find most challenging about your job?
What kinds of things do you like to do with your family?
Where did you go to school? What was it like there?
How long have you held this position with your company? What are your current goals for your department? What obstacles do you see that will keep you from reaching those goals?
Who are your principal competitors? How does your company differentiate itself from your competition?
How did you personally develop your knowledge of this industry?
Okay, now that you have an idea of the types of open-ended questions you can use to get your customer talking, let's review the basics of Act 2, leveraging your people skills. The customer's first decision is the person. We cannot effectively present our solution until the customer has made a positive decision about us. People skills are the key to gaining a positive customer decision about the CRP. Listening is crucial to good people skills, and the best way to demonstrate our listening skills is to ask excellent open-ended questions. In the next module, we will expand the use of open-ended questions into Act 3, where we will gain a deep understanding of our customer's position and our own strategy for appealing to the customer's highest priority needs.